think that Luke Bryant said it best in his song, Most People Are Good. I believe that the days go slow and the years go fast. And every breath is a gift, the first from the last. Hello, if we haven't met before, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. So today, I got the pop-up to remind me to schedule my annual planning. And I'm not sure if you're at all curious as to what I have on my agenda for my annual planning. So I thought I'd go ahead and share it with you here. Now, my most downloaded freebie from my website is my planning guide. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link down below so you can download that and follow along for easy reference. Now I invite you to get this time scheduled on your own calendar, and for ease, go ahead and just put the link to this video right there in your calendar invite. So are you wondering at all why annual planning? Are you a fly by the seat of your pants online entrepreneur and you think that that's worked great for you? Well, this year I would like you to maybe try something different and see if perhaps you have better results in the upcoming year. Because the benefit of purposely sitting down to plan for the new year, it's a way for you to provide a guiding light for the year ahead so that you know exactly what is important to you and for your business. It's also a great way to let you know what to work on in the upcoming year. The ability to set goals and to achieve them, even if you haven't maybe hit them before, it provides you with that feeling of being on top of your game in your life and in your online business without that constant feeling behind. So every good planning session, in my opinion, starts with a reflection. So looking back so you can look forward. So to begin, let's take time to review the following items. What has gone really well for you this past year? What are you celebrating? So if you have a success journal or maybe a success jar, this is the perfect opportunity to pull that out and reflect on all of the things that you celebrated this past year. Now this is fun. I want you to go ahead and pick three of those successes that you celebrated this past year that you are the most proud of. Are any of those like jaw droppers? Like the things that totally caught you off guard and by surprise, and you were just ecstatic that it actually happened? I want you to also reflect on your challenges that you encountered this past year. And out of all of those things, if you had to pick just one thing that you absolutely loved about your life in this past year, what would it be? And what do you want to do differently in the year ahead? What feedback did you receive this past year? And you may refer to this as failure. I refer to it as feedback. It's all on how you package it in your mind. I'm not gonna lie, in the past, I have been so fearful of failure, and hey, guess what? I still encounter that now, but I do make sure that I step past and remind myself that it's not, I'm just giving myself a really good roadmap or redirection to where I really need to be going. Because once you understand and learn that that feedback is the best learning and the best feedback that you'll receive, you then discover that's where the real gold nuggets come from. What matters the most to you in your life? This is a fun one. What does your day look like 1 year from right now? Is it exactly what it looks like now? I'm gonna guess not. What would your future self be doing 1 year from right now? What successes is your future self reflecting on? Or what feedback is she reflecting on? The next step in our annual planning is doing a self-assessment. How happy are you in each of these categories in your life and in your business? 1 is not happy at all, and 10 means you're over the moon happy with it. So the following categories are money, personal development, self-care, mind, body, and spirit, family and friends, love and relationships, you time. So that includes your fun and your leisure time, your home environment. Do you need to do any decluttering? Your business, or perhaps your work. What scored the highest in your self-assessment? Why do you feel these things are working? And what is not working? I'm curious, what scored really low in the self-assessment for you? And why do you feel that these things are not working? And what areas do you just simply need to give yourself some grace? Because you're doing the best for who you are right now at this point in your life. So now with all that information, let's go ahead and create your vision for the year ahead. What are you aspiring to achieve? And we touched on this a little bit before, but where do you want to be 1 year from now? And this is super important. How do you actually want to feel 1 year from now? And once you've answered all those questions, I want you to either go into Canva or into Pinterest and create your vision board for the upcoming year. Where are you now in your present life, and who do you want to become in the new year? Where do you want to be in your life and in your business? And what exactly are the gaps from where you are now to where you want to be? Okay, so now pull out that self-assessment that you did before. So where are you not in alignment at all in your life? So if your family is the most important to you and it's scoring a 4, how can you adjust that in the new year coming? Because what matters to you most should receive your focus. So what matters the most to you? What makes you the happiest? If you had to pick just one word to focus on for the year, what would it be? Would it maybe be family, consistency, joy? I know my words from last year, I actually picked 2 because I couldn't choose, were certain and becoming, which actually was becoming certain, because you want that one word to embody the new year. This is something that I put on my vision board when I created it in Pinterest, and that sat on my desktop all year long. It's still there so that I can see and be reminded of what the words were that I wanted to embody and focus on this year. What's holding you back? And be honest with yourself. What beliefs are you holding on to that are no longer serving you and you just need to let go of? And the next section is probably my most favorite, your long form content planning. So what is the content strategy for the year ahead? In your content plan, you want to make sure that your long form content leads up to either your live launches or the launches that you're doing in your business. And does that long form content that you're creating, does that support your revenue streams? Your long form content in your business is that doorway into working with you. So it should be given the proper amount of time during your annual planning. I also want you to ask yourself and figure out, does your long form content showcase the skills and the benefits of your services? And this is what I would consider to be one of the most key pieces of your annual planning, and that's your goal planning for the upcoming year. So with your reflection and your vision planning already complete, it's time to go ahead and set some goals. And I really want you to look at these as high-level goals with all of this information. So what do you want to create in the new year? Do you have a new service that you'd like to create and actually launch? What are your financial goals in the new year? I want you to go ahead and set your revenue goal. What is the spending goal you're aiming for in your business? And of course, how much do you want to save? What's your saving goal in your life and in your business? How much do you want to pay yourself? And of course, are your products and services priced right to actually be able to hit those goals in the upcoming year? What are the actual outcomes you want to achieve for your life and for your business? What are you fiercely committed to in the new year? And with that commitment, what challenges will you actually face? And if you're not sure, then simply ask yourself, if I did know what challenges I was going to face in the upcoming year, what would they be? Will you need any new resources in the upcoming year to be able to reach your goals or the outcome that you set for yourself? And by resources, I mean team members, software, or perhaps you need to invest in an online course to give you some extra knowledge. Okay, stick with me here because this is the final step in your annual planning. And that's to make sure you're blocking out all of these things in your calendar. So I want you to block out your launches, your promotions, and the time out of the office. I'd hate for you to plan a vacation at the same time as a promotion or launch, because your vacation time's for your family and your son. So with saying that, the first thing I want on your calendar are the dates that you're planning on being out of the office. These are your holidays, your vacation days, and just your regular days out of the office. So if you always want to have a 4-day week, make sure you're putting that on your calendar and marking the one day you want out of the office in your calendar so no one will actually schedule a meeting with you. I've worked with several coaches in the past, and some of them will only take client calls 3 weeks out of the month. Is that something that you would like for your business as well? Now that you have all of your days out of the office planned, now what will be one focus that you have for each quarter? What will you be promoting? What will you be launching? I'd like you to keep in mind that if you're creating a new product, you may want to pre-sell that in quarter 1 and actually create it and launch it in quarter 2. So that new thing could possibly be your focus for 2 full quarters. Wow, we've actually made it to the end. I'd love you to tell me in the comments below if you found this valuable, or if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me because I'm so happy to respond to you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you and I hope you have a wonderful week. Does that long term, why is that so hard for me to say?